are set to unveil a bipartisan bill for funeral home regulations. This is a story we have been staying on top of since the discovery of nearly 200 bodies improperly stored inside of a southern Colorado funeral home. 11 News reporter Aaron Vidito joins me now in studio. Aaron, one senator says he's been working to introduce regulations like this for a while now.
Grace, Colorado has seen several investigations into funeral homes and their owners over the past decade, including the Return to Nature funeral home that's being investigated federally back in Penrose, that was found back in October. And more recently, the owner of Apollo Funeral Services, Mile Harford, is being accused of abusing corpses, among other charges. Now, Senator Dylan Roberts tells me this is an ongoing issue, and he thinks he has the support now to make some changes.
This is a type of bill that I wish I didn't have to work on.
On Monday, a bipartisan bill is set to be introduced to the General Assembly. Its goal is to introduce regulations for the funeral industry.
I don't think anybody is happy about this. It's driven by some pretty serious and egregious tragedy in our state.
It'll come after a series of tragic discoveries, including that of nearly 200 bodies found improperly stored in a Penrose funeral home. Families impacted by that investigation say the regulations are needed, but what they really want is enforcement.
And legislation is only as good as the people willing to follow it. So as much as I'm optimistic that we can change some of the laws, there are laws in place that were clearly violated by the Halfords in this case.
John and Carrie Halford are facing hundreds of charges in the Return to Nature investigation. They've not been convicted of those crimes, but Senator Roberts says their case serves as a reminder that Colorado has seen several tragedies with funeral home practices at the heart of their investigations.
Colorado cannot be the only state in the country that doesn't do this, because we're seeing way too much bad actors and way too many tragedies.
Now, Senator Roberts tells me they're going to have license requirements and background checks included in the bill, and he believes he has enough support to get it passed and to the governor's desk by May, and he even tells me he has the governor's support. Now, tomorrow we're going to have more on the specific language of the bill once it's unveiled, as well as the next steps as it makes its way through the General Assembly. Grace, back to you.
Aaron, a very important story. We will continue to follow this. Thank you so much for that.